Yo, welcome back to Alki Travels. Today we are outside in the backyard. So welcome to a trip to my backyard and to this questionnaire. Let's get to it. So as you guys know, I started posting videos pretty much every 2 Saturdays, and I don't want it to be that inconsistent. You know, I post shorts every day, but I want to do it something where every week I could be able to post a video, including this one. So this one's going to be a Q&A. It's not going to be a main video, but it's going to be some of the most common asked questions. Oh, don't tell me it's raining. Oh, okay. Yes, I had to wait till the rain stops. But okay. So with the first one being, everybody asked me this. Now these questions come from social media, family members, and friends. So let's start off with this one. What is your favorite country you have been to? It started raining again. Favorite country I have been to? I wouldn't say favorite, but I would say most unique. Now, because there are so many countries in the world that differentiate from each other, I think it's very hard to compare and contrast them. I mean, each country has its own beauty, and I think it's difficult, but I would say countries in Asia, I really like them. I think they are probably, I guess, one of the most unique ones I've been to, including Vietnam and Indonesia, which I posted a video on in Indonesia if you guys want to check it out. It's on my channel, so that's exciting. Yeah, I mean, I saw, the cleanest areas in Singapore. I saw Tokyo and Kyoto in Japan. I visited 17 different countries. I mean, it's very difficult to compare, but I think countries in Asia are definitely up there. Now, for the second question, what is the most overrated destination? Overrated travel destination? I mean, that's rough because I feel like for some people, when they see something, it's like, wow, and then for others, it might be something that they see on a daily basis, so other people might consider it overrated. But I don't really think there's such a thing when it comes to overrated. I mean, I know, I feel like a lot of people will say, since there's a lot of tourists in Japan, they might say Japan, but I don't find a specific country to be overrated in a way, let's just say. But next question. Have I ever been scammed while traveling? Indeed, yeah. I feel like it's bound to happen. I mean, if you travel so much, I think you're just bound to get scammed. But I'll tell you the story. I was traveling to Dubai, and pretty much we ordered an Uber from this tourist location. That already is a red flag. So what happened? So the car came, that's fine, right? We checked the license plate, it matches Uber, so we're like, okay, let's get in. For some reason, I think 10 minutes into the ride, we're already on the highway, right? And pretty much the driver was just like, yeah, we're gonna have to charge you more. I check on Uber, the ride is canceled, so I'm just like, what? And mind you, I was with my mom at this time, so it was definitely an experience. But yeah, we ended up paying a lot more than it would have been on Uber. I don't know how the heck they planned it or whatever, how that's possible, but yeah. Another time I was in Italy with my mom. I like to travel with family, and we were in the cab, and pretty much we were again on the highway. I don't know what it is with the highways, right? And the guy was just like, you can either get out right now on the highway, or you can pay a little bit more. Well, not even a little, a lot more, I should say. So obviously nobody's getting out on the highway, so that is how we got sent. It's pouring rain. I gotta carry the chairs back in too. Oh my gosh, this is chaos. Okay, all right, cut the cameras. I'll be back 1 minute. All right, we're back outside. It stopped raining for at least a little bit. Sorry for the chaos. But yeah, overall the Italy trip was great besides that part, so definitely be aware when you're getting into taxis, Ubers. These things can happen, and they do happen all the time. But I would say, yeah. Okay, let's get into the next question. What is the one thing I always pack when I go on my trips? Always. Okay. The one thing I would say, and this might be unpopular, but my headphones. Yes, I am aware that some flights, they do not have screens at all, so you don't really have that entertainment, but I need my headphones because I'm not a sleeper on flights. Every single person in my family sleeps but me, and I hate it. And if you're like me, comment down below. It's terrible. So I need my headphones because sometimes the quality of the airplane's headphones, like earbuds, are not the best. They break up and hurt my ears, and then we're all just miserable. So that's the one thing I would say I pack. And obviously my passport, right? There was this one time where I didn't have my passport. Well, my mom didn't have it. I was super young because I took it out of her bag, and let's just say we pretty much barely made it onto the flight. So don't do that. If you kids are watching, do not do that. Do I prefer solo or traveling with a group? Traveling with a group, 100%. You're sharing those memories together. You're not just alone. If you have an embarrassing moment, you best believe I'm bringing my group with me down to embarrassment. So, yeah, traveling as a group, probably. When you're already done with the trip, you can still keep talking about the trip and those memories that you shared. And I also feel like it brings you closer together. If you're traveling with your close friends, they're going to become even closer friends because of that trip, which is great. We want closer friends, right? Next question. Is traveling really expensive as people think? The answer is yes, of course. Traveling is and has been expensive because, flights aren't cheap, right? Also depending what airline, I guess, and all of those factors, the time period. If you're buying it during holidays, prices are going to skyrocket. So what I think, my biggest suggestion is, if you can, definitely don't book on a holiday, because that's when it's the highest price of all time. Another factor I would say is to really research the country before you go. I think that can save you a lot of money, ranging from activities and stuff. But I also would say, unless you really have to, don't book activities in advance all the time. Because sometimes when you get there, the activity is cheaper than it would be if you actually booked it. So that would be my advice for that. All right, next question. What's the funniest or weirdest thing I've seen while traveling? Monkeys. Why monkeys, you might ask? Check out my Bali video, but I'll still say it here. My Indonesia trip was quite funny because my stepdad, he brought his sunglasses, right? He brought his sunglasses, and they warn you, those monkeys, they're thieves. They're pro thieves. So I had to take my glasses off because I actually followed the rules. Yes, I'm calling you out. So I took my glasses off, so I was fine. I didn't get robbed. But my stepdad, he was trying to take a photo with the monkey with his glasses on. So what did the monkey do? Snatched it, broke it right there and then. Who was crying? Not me, because my glasses, they were safe. They were fine. But yeah, it was devastating. But again, if you're going to Indonesia with the monkeys, take off your glasses. All right, okay, so next question. If I were to move to any country, which one would it be? If my financial status would allow me to, I would absolutely love to spend 6 months in one country and then rotate to a different one. But this question asked me to choose one, so I will. I would say Switzerland. My friend lives in Switzerland. He loves it, and when I went there, it looked like a great place to live. It's beautiful. It's pretty high up in rank as one of the best countries to live in, or places to live in. So, why not? You can't complain. Switzerland is Switzerland, so I think that would definitely be up there for sure. Okay, another question is, how do I deal with language barriers? My best advice that I can give anybody is to learn at least a couple of phrases, couple of words in that specific language of where you're going to. You might ask, Alyssa, why? Number one, it's for your own benefit. It shows that you're dedicated to actually learn something new and be, when you actually go there, it's much easier to communicate. You might think, a couple of words, phrases, what good will that give me? I think to the locals, it also shows that your dedication, you're at least trying. If you do mispronounce it, it's okay. That's how we learn. And maybe you actually really enjoy it, and then you want to learn that language, which is part of the reason I'm trying to learn Spanish still to this day, so I can communicate with other people, and for my own benefit. It's cool to say that I know 3 languages, right? So try it out. See what good it will do you. Now, of course, we do know there's Google Translate, but that's definitely different. When it's coming from your own head, it's more valuable than any Google Translator app can give you. Agree or disagree with me in the comments? I will look at the comments, so if you have any commentary on this video, go for it. All right, what is the biggest cultural shock I've experienced? It has to be in Asia, probably. When I was in Indonesia, babies were on motorcycle. I even posted this on my shorts because I didn't realize that how little children can be. I mean, toddlers, infants can go on those motorcycles. I would have zero idea if I didn't go to Indonesia and find that out. I mean, I'm sure there's videos, but it's definitely interesting, for sure. Because if you consider the dangers of being on a motorcycle, I mean, while we were in Indonesia, we got into 2 car accidents. And it's apparently normal there. They pretty much just say, no police, no problem, we'll just shake it out. As in shake hands out. And that's how they resolve the issues there. But if you want to learn more about Indonesia, I do have a video on that, as I said previously. Oh, this is another popular one. What do I recommend? Staying in hotels, hostels, or Airbnbs? Hostels, I mean, if it's a great cheap alternative. I personally never really stayed in them. Also depends where you're at. But I've watched travel programs where people have stayed in them, and it's a decent, cheap alternative, cheaper. Hotels or Airbnbs, though, I think it really depends on the situation. If you want to save on eating out, then I think an Airbnb is a good option. Me and my family, we personally do that sometimes, where we'll just cook at home and save money on going out. So it really depends on your needs. And sometimes I'll compare hotel prices to Airbnb prices, and we'll see what's cheaper from there. So depends on your needs. So there's this one time when alright, sorry guys, the rain messed us up a little bit, but now we're inside, so it's completely fine. But the next question is, what's my controversial travel opinion? This one I think might be controversial, but I think it's really important if you're traveling to a specific location that you're very mindful and respectful to everybody around you. That means not doing crazy stuff, not disrespecting people, and sort of invading other space, and just being mindful in general that you're not the only one there. Like, there's other people around you, not yelling on the streets or attacking anybody. All of that stuff, I think, goes into being respectful, and I think that's my biggest thing, is that I see people sometimes trashing the place up, when I think instead we should be helping out sometimes rather than destroying something beautiful, because we are there to visit, right? We should look and appreciate, but not touch, like in a museum, So that I don't know if that's controversial, but that's my opinion on that. Another thing is, do I meet a lot of people while traveling? I think you can meet a lot of people. I'm mainly in my circle, but when you solo travel, I think it's a great opportunity to really expand your extrovertness. If you're an introvert, I think it's definitely difficult when you're solo traveling, because you really have to speak up for yourself in different situations. And but I think traveling is a great way to make long-lasting friendships. I personally have a couple that I still talk to till this day. So if you're an introvert, I think it's a great way to explore your extrovertness in that matter. Ooh, what's the most extreme activity I have tried? I'd say the most extreme is probably my 10-hour hike in Switzerland. I am gonna post a video on that in story time, but I pretty much, we were on a ledge pretty much, and if you go down, there's just rocks, and you do not want to fall down. It was pouring rain, rocks falling on your head, no helmet. But in total, we did like 34,000 steps, I believe. So, got a good workout in. But I would say that's my extreme. Now, some people go all out, bungee jumping, skydiving. That is what I call peak extreme. But I'm not that. And another thing is probably a banana boat. People underestimate these banana boats, but they will throw you off with no regard. They'll just be like, bye. And that was extreme for me. I think it was bumpy, very bumpy, and catches you off guard because you have no idea when they'll throw you off. If you don't know what a banana boat is, it's literally a banana like floaty whatever thing, and there's a jet ski that pulls you along and then swirls, and then you get thrown off a couple of times, and that was my extreme. What is the most touristy thing I've done? Probably pose with the Leaning Tower of Pisa. I think that is one of the most touristy things you can do besides standing in front of the Eiffel Tower and taking a picture for your Instagram or something. So, but no, it was fun. I mean, some of these touristy things that people consider, it brings lifelong memories as well as anything you do in your travels. And I still remember it, and I'm including it in this video. I have a photo somewhere. Maybe I should post it somewhere. If you guys want that photo, comment down below. I'll post it, but that's probably one of the more touristy things I've done. Okay, moving on with the next question we have. Do I follow strict itineraries or just wing it? And my truthful answer is a bit of both. So in Spain and Japan, I had a truthful itinerary because, for instance, Spain is one of those places where you have to be on top of your schedule. Part of the reason why I didn't get into the Sagrada de Familia was because I didn't book my ticket 1 month in advance. And my grandparents, on the other hand, they were really lucky. They got a ticket through ticket scalpers. If you don't know what a ticket scalper is, it's pretty much those people who buy the tickets in advance and then resell them at a higher price. Well, I was like, where are those ticket scalpers? And to my luck, I didn't get a ticket. I'm still sad about it to this day, because I didn't get to get inside the beauty, but I was on the outside, and you know what, that's okay. But I do feel like part of the wonders of just wandering around and not really having a plan is great as well, because it forces you to be in that environment where you have to think for yourself. If you have to explore, you have to ask the locals, you get out of your comfort zone, because you're not relying on, I have to be here by a specific deadline, right? Number one, you don't have those time constraints. You can do whatever you want. You have that freedom, sense of, I don't have to follow an itinerary. Number two, you're what's called, you don't have to do all that planning beforehand and really breaking your head and about, I can't find what to add on my itinerary. Good thing you don't have one. You're just winging it. So I do feel like sometimes it's cool to do that as well. If I want to have a lazy day, I can go and take one because I don't have anything planned for that day. So yeah, sometimes winging it can be good. What do you guys think? Comment down below. Would you rather wing it or have a set itinerary? Okay guys, I think this video comes around 20 minutes, and this concludes our trip to my garden into my house, since the rain decided to rain to be annoying today. But we can't hate on the nature. Nature is beautiful, especially the rain. So anyways guys, this concludes our vlog, and hopefully if you guys want to see me do more, please comment, we want to see you do more of these, and I will do that. As for now, next main video goes out next Saturday, and I hope you guys enjoyed this one, even if it's not the complete most exciting one, but yeah, hope you enjoyed. Stay tuned for more. Make sure to like and subscribe, and if you want more, make sure to say you want more, and I'll see you guys next time. Have an amazing day, as always.